For those who died that Easter tide in the springing of the year, and the world did gaze in deep amaze at those fearless men but few, who bore the fight for freedom's light might shine through the foggy June. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I place this wedding ring upon your finger. No, there won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye.
Welcome to the 1916 Relatives Association wreath laying and commemoration ceremony in the Garden of Remembrance, Dublin. We, the Executive Committee of the 1916 Relatives Association, at that time made the decision that we would not allow anything during this year to prevent us from honouring, remembering and commemorating our relatives. After all, our relatives did not let anything stand in their way or deter them from their tasks or prevent them from turning out Easter 1916. Not even MacNeill's commanding order, or should I say countermanding order. And so that decision leads us here today to the Garden of Remembrance. We are unfortunately without an audience and without the usual great gathering of our association members which we have come to expect. The video recording of today's event will be watched by our association members in the four corners of the island of Ireland and by our members spread all over the world. We welcome most sincerely Dublin City Lord Mayor Hazel Chew. The Dublin City Lord Mayor attends and lays a wreath on behalf of the citizens of Dublin in remembrance of our relatives. A wreath will also be laid on behalf of the 1916 Relatives Association by our Executive Committee member Brenda O'Neill. I also extend a welcome to Jim Doyle, President of the 1621 Club, and Mr. Larry Urell, representing the National Graves Association. Jim Doyle will lay a wreath on behalf of the 1621 Club, and Larry Urell will lay a wreath on behalf of the National Graves Association. We extend a very warm welcome to the well-known author and journalist Martina Devlin. Our beautiful singers are Ciara Burke and Ruby O'Kelly, and our four flag bearers who are also members of the Dublin Brigade Irish Volunteers reenactment group. In keeping with tradition, we welcome retirees of Óglaigh na hÉireann, the Irish Defence Forces. Today's Óglaigh na hÉireann are the descendants of the Irish Volunteers, and they are represented by Sergeant Anthony Byrne, Pipe Major of the Pipe Band of Iomva, the Irish United Nations Veterans Association. I welcome and invite the renowned artist, Mr. Robert Balla, to bring the standard forward. This standard has been designed by the Executive Committee of our association, by kind permission of Robert Balla, because we took the burning GPO from the original emblem of our association and used it in the flag. We owe a great debt of gratitude to our association Executive Committee member, Michael Empey, who took the design of our standard to the flag makers and had this magnificent standard made. From now, the standard will be paraded at every event at which the 1916 Relatives Association is represented. Also with us today, the journalist, author and filmmaker Frank Shouldice, who will read the proclamation.
Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generations from which she receives her old tradition of nationhood, Ireland, through us, summons her children to her flag and strikes for her freedom. Having organised and trained her manhood through her secret revolutionary organisation, the Irish Republican Brotherhood, and through her open military organisations, the Irish Volunteers and the Irish Citizen Army, having patiently perfected her discipline, having resolutely waited for the right moment to reveal itself, she now seizes that moment and, supported by her exiled children in America and by gallant allies in Europe, but relying in the first on her own strength, she strikes in full confidence of victory. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies, to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long usurpation of that right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished the right, nor can it ever be extinguished except by the destruction of the Irish people. In every generation, the Irish people have asserted their right to national freedom and sovereignty. 6 times during the past 300 years they have asserted it in arms. Standing on that fundamental right and again asserting it in arms, in the face of the world, we hereby proclaim the Irish Republic as a sovereign, independent state, and we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom, of its welfare, and of its exaltation among nations. The Irish Republic is entitled to and hereby claims the allegiance of every Irish man and Irish woman.
History never fails to turn, and it's turning currently. Standing here today, I can envisage that reunion between the two peoples who share this island. And really, we've been separated from one another for too long. We now have a democratic and peaceful way to see whether we can finish what was started at Easter 1916. Maybe there could be a shared economy. Wouldn't that deliver better outcomes for all? There's a tried and trusted way to deliver change. They're grassroots, participative democracy in action. A way of putting everything out there on the table.
to a city fairer. Their armed lines of marching in squadrons passed by. No pipe did hum, no battle drum did sound its loud tattoo, but the Angelus bells, oh, the leafy swells, rang out in the foggy June. Right proudly high in Dublin town hung they out the flag of war. 'Twas better to die 'neath an Irish sky than at Sublaros. And from the plains of royal Meath strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia hunts with their long-range guns sailed in through the foggy June.
Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I must die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. Oh, there won't be time to share a life so innocent. No, there won't be time